Here in the heart of Ajloun, we turn our focus on one of the governorate's greatest treasures, the natural beauty and the ongoing efforts to protect it. Joining me this morning, thank you so much for being with us, Miss Batoul Al-Ajlouni, the chairperson of the Royal Society for the Conservation of Nature. Thank you so much once again for taking some time to talk to us this morning.
Thank you, Dana. It's really, really, really great to be here. And thank you actually for hosting the show here
Of
at
course.
our Ajloun Reserve.
I keep on saying this over and over and over again. They got our radio presenter absolutely speechless. I am in awe with this place, with what we are seeing, my background, my backdrop. I'm even telling the guys, we don't need any branding. This is the brand. This is the brand today.
True, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. And we're lucky today we have great weather. So, well,
So tell us more about this establishment, the goals, and the main projects that you guys have.
okay. So the Royal Society for the Conservation of Nature, short RSCN, is actually a 60-year-old establishment here in Jordan.
MashaAllah.
We're celebrating our 60th anniversary next spring.
Am I invited?
Oh, of course, you are. You are invited. All of
Excellent.
you. All of you. All of you. And we actually RCN was the first in the region. We're talking 1966 that started an official establishment, a society for the conservation of nature back then. It was established, and this is the nice thing about it. It was established by hunters. Okay, a group of hunters here in Jordan that at some point in time, realized that they may be having a little bit less of the diversity or of the number of birds that they were hunting, and so they decided to start this association, and this is how it was born. So it's a really nice story out there. We are actually responsible for managing and setting the nature reserves in Jordan. Currently, we manage 10, and there are more to come.
Throughout the kingdom.
Throughout the kingdom. We have 3 in the northern area, one of which is Ajloun. We have the Bean, Yarmouk, and the desert, the eastern desert. We have Azraq, Shomari, Dahek, and Bourgois. We have down south, we have Feifa, Mujib, Dana, and we also have the Aqaba Bird Observatory. So our reserves are very unique. Each and every one is completely different than the other one. And the focus of RSCN is actually the key focus is protecting biodiversity.
Biodiversity. Let's learn more about Ajloun's biodiverse reserve and preserving this biodiversity. What are some things that we as listeners can do to help in that?
Look, that's Jordan in general is really diverse in its climate, in its geography, landscape. We actually fall under 4 so-called biogeographical zones. And this is what really helps giving it its diversity across the kingdom. You see how we have the different ranges of mountains, of low altitudes, high altitudes,
valleys.
canyons.
Yeah.
We have the desert, we have the seaside, the Dead Sea, we have the oasis, and so it's really all of this is what gives Jordan the beauty of the different flora and fauna. So the plants, the trees, the animals. The birds that we have relative to the country's size, it's amazing. However, it is at risk.
Exactly. That's what I want to touch on. What are the things that we can do? Should we? I know a huge part of what we do on Rise and Shine. We always talk about this is raise awareness and teach our kids how to preserve this.
Exactly. Awareness is key. Not only to it's important for people to step in, be part of all of this. They could help support nature, whether by visiting the reserves, by being part of the RSCN, members of the RSCN. But in general, people need to be aware every single day and very conscious of all the acts that they do. we call this green ethics. People need to have green ethics,
Green ethics.
and this is something, unfortunately, at some point in some places we sort of default on in Jordan, and we need to do a lot of work from that. I tell you, one of our greatest, most problematic areas is the illegal hunting, but the illegal logging as well of trees. As you
Okay.
see, we don't have a big coverage of trees. Jordan overall has less than 1% of its land area of trees, forestry. And so every tree that we cut, we're actually risking a lot. We're not just risking the tree, we're risking the habitat. It's a habitat. A tree is a habitat
Yeah.
for birds, for insects, for animals.
So, moving it along, I want to touch on the fact that this reserve is part of the international network of UNESCO's Biosphere Reserve. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and what is the significance of being part of this?
Okay, that's really a great question. RSCN has 4 UNESCO biosphere locations or sites, current reserves currently. We just celebrated winning both Ajloun and Yarmouk as the new ones. Dana and Mujib are also biosphere reserves. What this means is the following, and it falls at the heart of what RSCN does. Protecting and conserving nature is key to RSCN, but we realize that this alone does not do the job. What needs to happen is to really engage people, and we need to make sure that the local communities that are living in and off these places, these locations, these reserves, are engaged, and that we have the buy-in of these local people. And so what the biosphere reserves means that we are protecting nature and at the same time engaging and working with the local communities and developing socioeconomic projects and all of that. And this is what RCN does in all of its reserves, Ajloun being one of them, of course.
All right, so let's move it to a specific award that we talked about while we were not on air. Tell us about the Environmental Legacy Award and its different categories.
Yeah, okay. So it's called, in English, it's called ELMA, Environmental Legacy Makers Award, but the name is nicer in Arabic. It's جائزة صناع الإرث البيئي.
It is prettier in Arabic.
It is prettier in Arabic. It was originally created in Arabic, the name. What it is, it's actually to, as you mentioned, one of its main objectives is to raise awareness across the kingdom. And the other objective is to create projects on the ground that would help Jordan raise its resilience towards fighting climate change effects, because that's another thing that we're really struggling here in Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan is not a contributor to climate change, but we are affected greatly by it.
Okay.
You see how the weather is changing, the heat waves. We already have shortage of rainfall, and it's becoming worse and worse, and so on. So raising, improving the resilience of the country to fight climate change is one of the main objectives of this award. There are different categories, but we launched our first category just last month.
Okay.
In the future, it will address school children, it will address CBOs or community-based organizations, and it will address the startups or entrepreneurs. What we started with currently is university students, and we are focused on urban flood management, specifically in Amman. And hopefully it will rain. Hopefully we get good rain. We hope not to have any floods,
Inshallah.
but in case we had any floodings, projects like these on the grounds will actually help. And engaging the youth is something very important and very significant to this award. So the next ones, we will be announcing them soon, and probably in a few months, and hopefully we get more and more joining us.
Well, you know what? Consider Bliss 104.3 and Rise and Shine your partners to raising awareness. And I do want to raise a lot of awareness for the younger generation on the green ethics that you talked about. Once again, thank you so much, Miss Batoul, for sharing those inspiring insights and for the incredible work that you guys are doing. I always keep a very close eye on everything that is happening with you guys. With that being said, we are wrapping up Rise and Shine, and we're making way for Mike with the news and Tim with the Bliss Brunch. But for now, I want to say to everyone, we do hope you take care of yourself, but more importantly, take care of each other. Keep our brothers and sisters in Palestine in your hearts and always, always in your actions.